Hello, my name is Jay Hydron. I'm going to help you through this speed, agility, and conditioning workout for the Lightning Soccer Club. Now we're going to go into running mechanics. Your arms give you 30 to 40% of your running economy. That's a huge amount, and that's why it's so critical to have correct arm mechanics. Correct arm action is all at the shoulder, so the elbow wants to stay at 90 degrees. It's very important that it stays locked at that position. All the arm action is at the shoulder, so you want the shoulder griddle to move on the rib cage and spine. The rib cage and spine should remain stationary. For these exercises, you want to start slow and accelerate to an all-out 100% effort over a 10-second period. Correct range of motion for arm action is back pocket to shoulder and not letting the hands cross midline. If you had a zipper in your jacket, you would not want to cross it with your hands. Now we're going to go into speed mechanics, starting with the lean fall. Here you want to have your one knee up high, toe up in the air and forward with correct arm position. If the right knee is up, the left hand is up front. In a lean fall, you just want to lean forward as far as you can till you feel like you're going to fall on your face. And then you want to drive that foot down into the ground and then maintain that lean for at least 10 yards. You're going to go into push-up starts. Here you want to go into push-up position. Bring one foot up next to the knee of the other foot. And then accelerate, keeping that lean for at least 10 yards over a 15-yard course. The crossover step is the first part of learning change of direction technique. Here you want to have a drive off your back foot and then bring that knee up into the chest with the toe pointing down the runway. When you're learning it, just do 3 and then on the 4th go. And again, correct arm mechanics and lean is critical. Once you have the feeling for it, you can just do the crossover step on its own. Here it's very important that you drive the knee high and keep the foot high down to the runway so that the first 3 steps are as fast as possible. Lateral walks is the most basic part of lateral speed. Here you want to drop the hips about 3 inches. Lift the front foot and drop hard off the back foot, creating a long back leg. Some common mistakes with lateral walks is with the front leg. A lot of people like to lift it up and really reach far and pull themselves forward. You just want to lift that front leg and drive off the back. Once you feel comfortable doing lateral walks in one direction, you can add a change of direction component. When you're doing this, don't have the foot that you just drive off of come right underneath your hips. You want to keep it outside your hips a little bit so you can go right into a drive phase. Now we're going to go into the agility part of the workout. We're going to start off with a corridor agility. Have 3 cones set up 5 yards apart. You're going to run as hard as you can to the 3rd cone, backpedal to the 2nd, then run hard through the 3rd cone. When you're doing agility, the trick is to keep your hips low throughout the whole course and to have a lot of quick steps when you're doing a change of direction. Next up is the T agility drill. You want to set up a T with 3 cones spread out 5 yards each, with one of the cones right in the middle creating a T. Here you want to always make sure you touch each cone. When you change direction, this will make sure that you're in proper position. So you want to run out hard, touch the cone, lateral, always facing the same direction. And then when you plant that foot for the change of direction, you really drive hard off of it. Again, touching every cone at each change of direction. Now we're going to go into the conditioning part of the workout. You're going to do the following in a circuit pattern. You're going to do 3 sets of 30 to 40 seconds of each exercise. You're going to start with push-ups. You're going to keep a straight line from your heels to your shoulders and really work on your range of motion up all the way and down all the way. Now we're going to go into lunges. You're going to lunge out with an exaggerated step, keeping the weight on the heel and outside of that front foot. You're going to sit up a little bit and then drive back. Common mistake with the lunge exercise is the chest comes down over the knee. You want to keep your chest up nice and high. The sit-ups are pretty simple. You really want to make sure your shoulders go all the way back down to the ground and come up all the way. We have a couple different levels of difficulty. First is your hands out in front of you and crossed, and then the second is just touching your ears just slightly. You don't want to be wrenching on your neck at all when you're doing a sit-up. And then lastly, the most difficult one is with your arms up and over your head in a static position, so you're not throwing them forward. Again, this is just simple physics. The farther away you put weight from the fulcrum, the more difficult it's going to be. Last conditioning exercise are squats or squat jumps. You can start with squats if you'd like, but I like you to do squat jumps if possible. When you're doing squats, you want to keep the weight on the heel and outside of your foot with the knees driving outward. Last part of the workout is metabolics, so we're just trying to get your energy systems a little stronger for the game. You want to do a 15-minute jog with 5 30-second sprints. For the cool down, you're going to jog easy at a walking pace for 5 to 10 minutes. And then you're going to do a static stretch of each of these muscle groups. Hold each muscle on each side for 30 to 60 seconds. Great workout.